Honourable Annette King.
Thank you very much, Mr Chairman. And this is when we get down to the hard end of a debate, when we actually get the opportunity to question the Minister and for the Minister to take the chance to answer the questions that we have been posing in the first reading and the second reading. And now we have one of the up-and-coming, well, he was an up-and-coming Minister, in the chair this morning, and I'm sure he's going to take this debate very seriously, because last night, Mr Chairman, we were told how proud and excited the members opposite are about this legislation. They were so proud and excited they were taking 1-minute speeches, and I think the record was, Mr Chairman, 27 seconds. And so that's how proud, and in fact I think it might have been the member John O'Naylor, I think his might have been 27 seconds. But anyway, we now are in urgency debating a bill that is not going to go to the Select Committee. Not going to the Select Committee for no reason that we know about. There is no urgency about this legislation other than Mr Ducey from down the South Island, who said if we pass it today we'll get 3,000 homes tomorrow. Well, of course, we all know that was rubbish. So now is the time for the Minister in the chair to answer the questions the public would have asked if they'd had the opportunity to appear before the Select Committee. And I'd like the Minister to tell me, has he read the regulatory impact statement on this bill? If he has read the regulatory impact statement, why are there no reviews or evaluation reports to inform on this bill and whether the policy that gives effect in this bill will work? Because that's what the regulatory impact statement says, Minister, that there are no reviews or evaluation reports on this policy. So the government doesn't even know it's going to work because they didn't bother to get an evaluation or a review on the policy. They haven't allowed the public to review or evaluate the policy because they're passing it through urgency. So why was there no evaluation? Why not do what Sir Peter Gluckman constantly tells the government to do? The Chief Science Advisor to the Prime Minister, what does he say? Base your policy on evidence, good evidence. Good policy comes from good evidence. So, any evidence would have been a help, that's true. So why was there no evaluation or review done on this policy before this bill was brought into the House? Minister, would like an answer on that. The second thing, Minister, is why did Treasury not provide independent opinion on the quality of the impact of this bill? Why did Treasury not provide that independent opinion? From my experience as a minister, Treasury usually comments on absolutely everything, whether you wanted them to or not. So I can only assume that the government didn't want Treasury to comment on this because it says, no, there was no independent opinion from Treasury. Why not, Minister? Why not do the work to find out if this policy is going to work for the very people who are affected by it? Now, I think the members opposite were absolutely stunned. The C team who was rolled up here last night was absolutely stunned that there was none of this evaluation done. You know what? They hadn't read the regulatory impact statement. Not one of them had picked it up off this table, and had you? Not one of you had read. So like lambs to the slaughter, they come in and vote for something. They don't even know how it works because there's been no evaluation done on it. Well, that is very, very poor policy making indeed. And the last question, Minister, I want to know why the Minister wants more powers to make delegated legislation under ministerial direction. Because from my understanding is, there's already powers for the Minister, but she's seeking greater powers for greater flexibility to be able to sell off state houses. And all she needs to do is to gazette this ministerial direction, present a copy to the House after some sort of consultation. And when I look at the consultation that took place on this bill, it took place with people in the community sector who did not know what the agenda was. And it took place back in March when Bill English was saying Salvation Army are really keen on this policy. really, they're going to move in this policy, and the truth is, Mr Speaker, they were sold a pup and they're not interested in it.
Mr Chairman.
Call Grant Robertson.
Thank you.